Hello, this is Joey Alexander, Milestone6 for CST-256, where we're implementing REST APIs. Alright, so let's get right into it. Alright, so we implemented 3 different APIs. One for the profile with a parameter to search a certain profile based off the user's ID. The second one is going to be to return all jobs available. And the third one is going to be returning a single job based off the parameter of the job ID. So we'll first go into our job. So first of all, we have job service, which will just return all the jobs in the database here. We have an error code. 0 means it was successful. Our error message is successful, and then our result is going to be all of our data in the database. The second one we have, oops, let's get that back there, is going to be with jobs as well, but it's going to intake a parameter of the job ID and only return that job with that ID. So right there we have an example of ID 16. So there we go. We'll see that only the job with ID 16 was returned through our API or URI. Something I implemented too was in our DTO we have an error code -1 with an error message as no jobs were found in the database, and then obviously the data is null. So we do have that exception. We also have a third error code, which is going to be a -2. That one's just for database exception. We're having no database exception problems right now, so these are the only 2 that we're going to see. We do have our third REST API service, which is going to be profile service. This one's going to also take in a parameter, which is going to be the profile ID. I believe the one I have in the database right now is going to be with 1. Yeah, that's correct. So this returned our profile from our user ID number 1. And then, so yeah, we have computer programming, education 1 is going to be high school, education 2 is going to be undergrad, job 1 software intern, job 2 server. So there you go. So you can see that the error code is 0, error message was successful. So we'll do one that does not exist. We'll just do 7. And then we get the same handling here where we have error code -1. The error message is no profile was found with the given ID. And obviously the data is going to be null, that it doesn't exist. This one also has the database exception as well. All right, so that's basically it for our REST APIs. Let's get into the code a little bit here. So one thing nice with Eclipse, through Artesian, we're able to make a controller that auto-populates all of the methods that we need to make our REST APIs. So I made 2 controllers, job REST controller and our profile REST controller here. When we use the method with the name show, this is the one that's going to intake a parameter. So here we go. We're creating an instance of our security service here, taking in the ID, serializing the code into JSON. See -1 here, no jobs are found, 0 successful results, and then -2 is going to be an exception with the connection to the database. If you use index, the function index, this one is going to have no parameters in the URI. It's going to have the same error handling here, -1, 0, and -2. Same thing with our profile REST controller. We're only going to be using the show because we're going to be taking ID as a parameter in the URI. All this data does get passed through our REST security service. Right here we can get job ID and then get jobs, which is going to return all jobs, and then we're going to have get profile by ID. Then we go into our security DAO here, get all jobs, selects all jobs from jobs database, get job by ID, and then we're also going to have get profile by ID. So yeah, that's going to be it for my milestone. Thanks for watching.